What's up, guys? Foggy Train here. We have got to talk about DanDaDan. It's a new anime that just came out a few weeks ago. There's maybe, 7 episodes out, something like that. There's not a whole lot out. Oh my god. If you have not watched it, please start. So, I want to talk about more than just the anime. I've been reading the manga as well. I've never been, super, hardcore into, anime and things like that. I've watched a few. I've watched some Dragon Ball. I've watched a good bit of Naruto. I recently finished Attack on Titan, which I really want to talk about that too. But DanDaDan, I had been seeing posts on Twitter about it. About, just the hand-drawn animation. And it was a scene where Okarun, one of the main characters' glasses falls on the ground and bounces in front of the other main character's face. And the way that it zooms in and how, masterfully done that, it was actually insanely impressive. So, just to give you kind of a rundown of what it's about before I start talking and gushing about this nonstop. It's basically kind of hard to explain without you actually just watching it. So there's basically two characters. They both go to school together. There's a girl and a boy. And the girl believes in ghosts. The boy believes in aliens. Basically, they try to prove to each other in the first episode that either one is real. And so they both go to these spots. They end up proving, spoiler alert, both of them are real. Ghosts and aliens. And some crazy things happen. They unlock these powers. And the whole show kind of revolves around a bunch of crazy things happening to them that they have to keep solving these issues. These aliens and ghosts keep attacking them and showing up. New characters are brought in. And it is a fantastic story. At its core, really, there's the background plot of the boy and the girl kind of flirting with each other, and eventually you're assuming they're gonna get together. It's really, really enjoyable. It sounds goofy to say it, but man, it is so good. So first, I want to talk about the anime. One of the first things I noticed on the first episode was obviously the art style. The art style is beautiful. It is so just nice to look at. There's a lot of animes I find that have this weird thing where they're kind of almost blurry-ish. There's a weird film almost, it looks like, and it makes it really hard. But this one does not have that. It is crystal clear, beautifully drawn. And another thing that I really, really appreciate about it is the dialogue and the way that the voice acting. So I watched the dub. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people like the sub. I'm sure the sub is fine also. I like the dub. I think that the way that people voice act is so natural. The dialogue, not even just the delivery, but even just the way that they word things is so natural, normal ways that people talk. It's awesome to see, and it makes it really stand out as unique. All the setups it's so funny. And the fights are so cool. It's incredible. I cannot get enough of the anime. They come out every Thursday. If you're watching this and you're interested, every Thursday they come out. You can watch it on Crunchyroll. I recently got now kind of going to the manga. I recently got the Shonen Jump app. It's really $2.99 a month. I don't know what that translates to euros or pounds or whatever you people across the pond use. But it's super cheap. You have access to 100 chapters a day for free. And in 2 days, I finished the manga for DanDaDan. It's still coming out. There's a new chapter in, I think, 16 days coming out. It's not just the anime that has a beautiful art style. The manga is probably some of the best artwork I've ever seen in a manga. Other than maybe Berserk. Because Berserk is top tier. But I mean, they take 6 months to come out. I'm kind of rambling. Point is, I just needed to talk about this. And I wanted to share with y'all. So in the manga, you get introduced to all these new characters. A lot of them I did not like at first, but they grow on you so easily. And their powers are so cool. The backstories, how the characters all interact with each other is so fun. It reminds me of Demon Slayer a little bit, in that not of... pretty much the only thing about it that reminds me of Demon Slayer is how... the backstories that they give to the monsters. Beautifully done. There's an episode that came out, I think it was last week's episode, not this week that just came out, but the one right before it, about a yokai called Akuro Silky. And they go in depth in her background, and it is beautifully done and heartbreaking in the manga and the anime. Both of them handled it so well. And I'm watching it on my lunch break, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not just a silly, funny story about a kid who lost his balls to a ghost. That's a major thing. By the way, the ghost takes the main character's balls and he tries to find it. Anyway, you may have heard that already. That's really the point. When I watched the episode, I was like, okay, no. I need more of this now. So then I ended up getting the Shonen Jump app. I read the entirety of it. And the story is so cool. It develops so well. I'm never reading it and thinking, man, dude, when is this arc gonna end? Or like, when is this like little point gonna, like, it's, everything in it is so good. It's so good. Okarun reminds me a little bit of Tanjiro. He's just such a wholesome character, also known as Ken Takakura. He goes by Okarun because the main character doesn't want him to go by his real name because it's the same name as this like famous Japanese actor that she was like obsessed with. So it starts off already, you're like, okay, there's something going on here between these characters, and it's such a fun time. It's just a fun time to watch, to see how these characters' relationship develops, and while they fight these monsters, and they have new friends coming, like, interact with them and stuff, the monsters are designed so cool. It's just awesome. Now, that being said, be prepared before you watch this, that it does get kind of weird. There's a lot of, like, very, like, sexual themes in it that gets a little strange. But if you can look past that, dude, it is, like, peak. It's so good. And it's not, like, I'm not even just saying that. Like, I watched Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is probably the best show I'm ever going to see in my entire life. But DanDaDan is just so fun. Like, you just don't want it to end. So, I hope that you guys all go check it out. If you have watched it already, let me know what you think. If you have any like theories about what's gonna happen, I already am like super far into the manga. I'm probably like 2 or 3 seasons ahead is where the manga's at, I'm assuming. I mean, I already know what's most likely gonna happen in the anime, assuming they adapt it the same way as the manga. But if you have theories about the manga as well, I do have a Discord. Feel free to join it. You can come discuss it with me. But yeah, I just needed to say that. It is probably the best thing that I've watched this year, that came out this year. Absolutely incredible. Incredible. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Peace.